Welcome to this week's Whiskey Burn, and if you hadn't guessed, this week it's all about revisiting a whiskey that you once tried and didn't like and pretty much just left it on the shelf. So that's what's happening here. I've got the Singleton whiskey here. No age statement. It's 40... Ooh, where is it? It's on the front, but I can't really see that. It's 40%. No age statement. It's Easy and Mellow Malt Masters Selection. Blend reference as well, 1106, if that means anything to anybody. Let me go back briefly. I bought this, I want to say a year and a half ago or something to that effect. Tried it because it said easy and mellow, and I thought to myself, right, this is going to be great. It's going to be easy and mellow. And I remember taking my first sip of it and thinking, what? Whiskey burn and everything. And I thought, this is not easy, and it's certainly not mellow. So, around about a year and a half later, here it is. I think it's about a year and a half. Here it is. I'm going to give it a retry, give it another sort of try of how good it is. Okay, let's read it. So you get an idea of what's expected, apart from the fact it does say easy and mellow. Our malt master, Dr. Craig Wilson, tinkered for hours, hand-selecting and harmonising whiskey from three distinctive cask types: refill Pedro Jimenez, Oloroso Seasoned and First Fill ex-Bourbon, until he found just the right recipe for this effortlessly delightful dram. It's full of fragrant fresh fruit, rich honey and mellow vanilla, followed by juicy pear, sweet spice and the tingling warmth of white pepper. Take it easy with this silky smooth single malt. Now, like I said, when I first had this, there was nothing like that. So I'm expecting fruits, vanilla. Let's see. Okay, it smells quite easy. It smells like it's aired. I'm getting a little bit of fruit. I'm going to say that's pear. I'm getting a bit of pear. What was it again? What does it say? Right recipe, fresh fruit, rich honey. I'd say I'm getting fruit. A little bit of honey, I'd say. But you know what they say? Do you know what? It actually smells quite nice. Not how I remember it. So that's nice. Let's get some in the glass here. There we go. If I'm honest, I like the short bottles, and this is short compared with something like the Tullibardine, but I prefer them round and fat like the Aberlour. I'm not a massive fan of the bottle. I quite like the colours. I'm quite a fan of the sort of aqua, the bluey type colours, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I like the colours, but I don't like the bottle shape. Okay, this smells really fresh, like sort of fresh air. A little bit of, maybe that'd be some white pepper. It's got that kind of kick to it, that little up the nose. Still smells very fresh, like a fresh orchard or something like that. Nice golden, nice clear gold colour. Not too deep in colour. Quite warm. You know what? That's actually not half bad. Medium to long finish, I'd say. Still smells of that sort of real freshness. Warmth, definitely a warm whiskey. Nothing on the lips, nothing on the front of the tongue, back of the mouth and the throat. That's actually quite nice. So if you've got whiskey on your shelf that you haven't touched for a long time because you bought it and you thought, I don't like that, now just try it again if it's been that long. I mean, it's aired, so it's had a bit of time. That's actually not a bad whiskey. I quite like it. It's got, its flavours feel a little flat. I'm getting light fruits. That white pepper's the bit that gives it a kick. But a little bit of fruit, a little bit of vanilla, white pepper kick. It's quite nice, you know. It is. I'd say it was mellow until it gets to the back of the mouth and the throat, where it does have that little kick, which I'm hoping this ice will separate. But I'm hoping the ice will also bring out some of its other flavours that it talks about. It's amazing when you do something like this and you take a sniff and you suddenly get that fresh air sort of smell to it. Yeah, it's bringing out the honey now. Really weird. Really, really weird. I used to put 2 cubes in because I like a whiskey cold. Okay, and yes, I know you can get whiskey rocks, dump them in, blah blah blah. I don't know. I like the ice. I don't know, something about it. Right, so it has changed it. It's obviously made it smoother because it's the ice. It's watered it down slightly. Smell roughly the same. Taste, you don't get the sort of pow that you did get, so it's really, really calmed the white pepper that it says it's got, which I think it was that. It did have that kind of sort of peppery taste at the end. It is a nice whiskey. I'm liking it now, so I will be putting this further up probably into my fancier whiskey. I'll drink that. I'm getting more now. Probably the pear and honey is coming through, which is quite nice. It reminds me of a bit of a strudel flavour, but only just. I've got to search for it. So if you want an easy whiskey, you know, if now I'm looking, I want an easy whiskey, bit of ice. All I want to do is just try a little bit. That's it. I will probably go with this now. I will probably put this in, bung some ice in it, sit back and just have a really smooth, easy whiskey. So like I said, if you've got a whiskey on your shelf that you haven't tried for ages because you thought, oh, I don't quite like that, maybe reopen it, retry it. I mean, around about 1.5 years is a long time. It's aged a bit in the sense that it's been aired. But yeah, it's actually really quite nice. And I do like it, and I think it's I've changed my mind on this. It is easy and mellow now, but when I first opened it, it wasn't so easy and mellow. Well, there you go. That's it for this week. If you've got something on your shelf, comment below, like, subscribe. Be very nice to hear from you. But that's it for this week on the Whiskey Burn. That's what happens when you revisit an old whiskey. I'll catch you next week. Enjoy your whiskey. Sláinte.